Hi guys, it's Les. Welcome back to my channel. So first and foremost, I want to say thank you to the people who voted in my Instagram poll. You guys are the best. You guys are the best because you actually voted and not that many people voted. Which many things. Wow, what friends I have. Just kidding. So I put an Instagram poll on my Instagram saying what video should I film next, and most of you guys, it was between a get to know me or why I quit my dream job, and most of you guys choose why I quit my dream job. So I'm gonna talk about it. Meanwhile we are going into a little errand run real quick. I have to go to the post office to get a money order and send it for my student loan, because even though I'm not going to school, I still have to pay for school. Why couldn't I be rich? That would be great. So meanwhile my car is warming up. So yeah, this video is specifically going to be about my story, I guess, saying how or why I quit my job. So as many of you guys know, I went to school for medical assistant, and the medical assistant program is 11 months total, but 9 months is you're in class and you're doing like all the classwork, and after 9 months you go to externship, and the externship you have 2 months left. So in the externship you go to a clinic and you do how many hours did I have to do? It was like 175, I believe. So I had to do 2 months worth of hours in a specific clinic. So for me it was difficult to pick a clinic, because right after you pass the test, the certified test, in order to proceed for the clinics, you have to pass the test. So I passed that, and then I had to tell like this lady of what kind of clinics do I want to work in. At the moment I'm just like, I don't know, like, meanwhile, so I could get experience. First I said like specialty clinics, so it could be like women's clinic, pediatrics, cancer, anything like that, or like a specific, not a family clinic. So the first one that I got was, I'm not gonna say the names, but it was a clinic for cancer patients, and it was mostly for elderly. So, and it was over there at Monterey. Literally I only went like a week's worth of hours over there. One, I didn't mind the drive, but two, I don't know, like, no sé qué me da, I don't like working with elderly people, like, because the training right there, meanwhile they were teaching me, I was just going and I was just telling the patients to come in, do the intake, but the one that was helping me was the main assistant, and she was really nice and everything, but I don't know, I didn't want to work around with just elderly people, because it was just elderly people and I wasn't into that. I was like, nope, like, no me da lástima estar con ellos, especially since it was like cancer. But like, I don't know, I feel you have to be a special kind of person to be able to work in an elderly like facility. So I went back to my school and I told them, like, I kind of don't want to be there, like, kind of find another clinic so I could do my hours, so I could be more comfortable. And they're like, oh yeah, I'll let you find. So I feel like 2 weeks passed or a week passed, and I got called it's a orthopedic, no, is it orthopedic? I was like, I even forget the name already. So it was an orthopedic clinic here in my hometown, and honestly I loved it. I did my 170 because I had to start all over, so I had to do all my hours there. And honestly, I fell in love with that job. It was easy. Like, for when I was doing my hours there, usually they put me with this girl. She was so nice. Like, it was her and this other girl. They were all both medical assistants, but they were teaching me how to do stuff. So I was just like shadowing her in the meantime, and like little by little she would let me like low-key, like, oh yeah, you could go inside by yourself and do the intake, like because for the orthopedic you have to, depends, it's all about hands, knees, bones, like anything like that has to do with like the body and the bones and every muscular everything. So at the moment, the girl that I was working the girl that I was like shadowing with, her doctor was basically just for knees. Yeah, it was just for knees or hips. So there would be like elderly people coming in, but there would always still be kids, and I freaking love kids. Like, I love working with kids. Like, I don't know what's with me and kids. Like, if it was for me, I would have gone to a pediatric, and ooh, I would be so happy. So there was kids coming in as well. That's why I love that job, because it was not just of one age. It was like all ages, like from like a month year old, like 3 months little old baby, to like I met like a person that was 99 years old, which is freaking awesome. Like, it's so cool working in a clinic because you get to learn so many like stories and so many experiences of people, and that's pretty crazy. So yeah, at the moment I was working with that girl. She was really nice. She pretty much taught me everything that I had to know. And then, so let me get dressed. I was right there. I got along with everybody. I met everybody. Mostly the girl, well, every girl was a medical assistant. So, well, all the medical assistants were girls, so it was pretty nice. Yeah, so meanwhile I was doing my training, I would just pretty much help translate. And oh my god, translating, freaking, let me tell you right now. What, bitch? I saw you. 1, 2, 3. So translating, it's pretty hard, especially for me. I am bilingual. I know Spanish and everything, but I feel, oh my god, translating for a doctor is so freaking hard, because you have to know the terminology. And me being a basic ass Mexican little kid, I didn't know my terminology in Spanish, and I'm just like, what? So like right away I had to Google everything, do my little notebook, translating words and stuff like that. And yeah, so every time I had to translate for a doctor, I would take my little notebook, y ahí decía de todo, de los huesos, the collarbone, the fingers, and que no chingados. And it was pretty cool, honestly. Like, I freaking loved it. So I'm getting out of track. So yeah, but yeah, that's a cool tip. If you guys are medical assistants and honestly, and you have trouble translating, go ahead and have like a little notebook, like a little pocket notebook, and have like the main like terminology that you need to know from English to Spanish, because honestly that helped me 100%. And at nights, like, I would try to memorize it if I could memorize it, and I would practice like with my family and be like, oh, be my patient and tell, or like be my doctor and tell me a sentence so I could translate for you guys, and it would honestly be helpful, and it was so much fun. So then the 2 months passed, and my last week I had to, the head medical assistant was talking to the girls, telling them like, oh, how is she doing, how was I doing, do you guys recommend her, do you guys want her to get like be staying with us, because they were at the moment like they had to hire like so many medical assistants because they were short staffed. So then everybody said yes, and like all the girls, they were telling me like, girl, like they're considering on you to getting hired, and I got so happy, and I was just like, yes. And one day the medical assistants, like both the lead medical assistants, they told me, they're like, hey, you're pretty good at your job, you're a fast learner, do you want to get hired? And I was like, yes, please hire me. Like, this is my freaking dream job here. Like, it was so much fun because with the orthopedic, so my doctor, once I got hired, I already got, what you call it, I was already assigned to a doctor. So my doctor was the hand doctor. So my doctor just focused on the hands, the arms, and that's it, not the shoulders. And so it was only the hands and stuff. So for me, I had to learn the terminology of the hands and the fingers, and it was like so bizarre because I didn't know, like, I don't know if many of you guys know, like, carpal tunnel. Like, once we get older and we start like using our hands often and often, a person usually gets carpal tunnel. And I honestly, before I went to that clinic, I did not know what the hell was carpal tunnel. I was like, "Gay?" Like, the doctor would say, like, "Oh yeah, translate, like, what's carpal tunnel?" I was like, "I don't know." So yeah, my doctor was about all the fingers and everything, and it was pretty cool, honestly. I had so much fun. So yeah, they assigned me to that doctor, and my doctor was so nice. Like, he was the youngest and he was the nicest. Like, he would just be calm, everything. But the problem is, he was the busiest one because he was the only hand doctor, so he was the busiest one. So honestly, like, my like related for the clinics were Monday all day I had to work with him. Tuesday I was off. Well, I wasn't off, but I was doing my own stuff. Wednesday half day with him only in the mornings. Thursday his day was off because he would do surgeries on Tuesdays and Thursdays. And Fridays sometimes he would come in for a little bit of like half day. So yeah, so my doctor was really nice, honestly. If I had a chance to work with him again, I would accept it like real quick because he was really nice. Like, it was so calming to work with him. He wouldn't pressure me. Like, he would literally be so nice. He wouldn't get mad at me if I did a mistake. He would just tell me, like, "Oh, Leslie, you did a mistake, so next time double check." So I would, like, you know, double check my stuff. And he was really nice. Like, if I had the nerve to tell him before I left what happened, then I would have, and I'm pretty sure he would understand. In total, I worked in that clinic 6 months, 2 months doing my hours voluntarily, and the other 4 months I was working there already getting paid. So the first month went by good. I understand everything. The first month that I worked, like, from the company, I didn't have any problems. Everything was good. Everything was going nicely good. By the second month, I did start to get problems with some of the girls. Well, not all the girls, because there was, like, most of the girls were really nice. Like, I made so many friendships right there in the clinic con las señoras. I would say señoras because ya tienen sus hijos y ya están viejas. No se miran viejas, pero ya están viejas. Y yeah, I made so many friendships, like, right there next to me in where my desk was, because every the doctor's office, there were always, why is this lady here? For the doctor's office, there would always be a person there. Not a person, but like, your desk was outside of the doctor's office. So my desk was like this fucking small ass table right there in the corner. I'm just like, what the hell? So yeah, that was, just being in mind, that was one of my problems. So the lady sitting next to me, she was so nice. She honestly, she was the best one. She helped me a lot because I guess she used to work with my doctor, because I guess they traded them off. So she used to work with my doctor, and she was the one, like, every time I had a problem or I didn't know what to do, I would go call her and be like, "Oh no, let's call her Stacy." So Stacy, she was really helpful for everything. like if I had a problem or I didn't know what to do, I would be like, Stacy, I don't know what to do, like no sé qué hacer, like can you help me, like what does he mean by this, what does he mean by that, for like the injections and stuff. And she would tell me, like, she's such a sweetheart, like she was like an angel for me right there. So yeah, I would help her on everything. Would not help her, she would help me on everything, and I would be so grateful. So then yeah, I got most along, but there was this specific person, like even in my face when I talked about her, like, dude, like I yo no le hice nada, I'm just doing my job. I was just doing my job the whole time. I don't know what the fuck I did to her, that somehow for every little fucking thing she would go snitch to the lead medical system. So I guess she was, well yeah, she was like the wannabe best friends with the lead medical system. And dude, like I don't know why the fuck are ladies like this, that por la culpa de esas personas que son, que nomás te, like, te regresan lo malo, for the fall of them, like, it just makes your heart, my job, like, less enjoyable. So that lady literally, like, my doctor, like I said, it was of the hands, and I had to take off stitches. For me, those were the hardest things to do, because my doctor, dude, my doctor did not care. He would fucking tie those shit up. And I was like, dude, he does them so tight, I don't know what the hell to do. So then I would tell Stacy most of the times, I was like, Stacy, can you help me take these off? Because I can, I tried. Can you teach me how to do them? So that's when I would go ahead and tell Stacy to help me. And yeah, Stacy, she was really nice. She's like, oh yeah, don't worry, I'll help you. So I was like, okay, thank you. And like, se lo agradecía and everything. So yeah, se lo agradecía y todo. And I was like, oh my god, thank God. Pero ahí va la pinche chismosa de esa vieja, y diciéndole, she goes, then I guess the next day, or I don't know when the fuck she would go and tell the lead medical assistant that I was telling people to do my job because I didn't want to do it myself. So I was like, what the fuck? Yeah, so every time I asked somebody to help me, that freaking vieja would go and be like, she doesn't want to do her job. She asks other people to do it for her. She doesn't want to translate. The girls are complaining about her, that she doesn't want to help other girls. And I'm just like, first of all, bitch, mind your own business. Second of all, ¿quién te importa? ¿Quién te importa if I ask somebody else to help me? Like, why is it your freaking shit to say? And honestly, when I heard that, because the lead medical assistant, she talked to me. She's like, she pulled me aside one day and she's like, hey Leslie, I know you're like a good hardworking person, but I'm not gonna say who, but the specific person said that you're letting other people do your work for you. Like, is that correct? And I used to be good. At the beginning, when I was doing my hours, and like around second month of the time that like I used to be close to the girl, to the lead medical assistant, and she told me, she's like, is that true? I was like, no. I told her, I was like, you could even tell Stacy that when I ask her, it's because when I'm having difficult taking off a stitch, or need help taking off a cast. And yeah, and she's like, okay, I understand. And then lots of girls were saying that, I'm pretty sure lots of girls, but they're like, oh well, the girls were saying that she's like, the girls were saying that you didn't want to translate, that you don't like translate it. And I told her honestly, I was like, honestly, I'm having such a difficult time translating. So yes, when I tell them, when I'm like their, what was it called? I even forgot the term that we would use. When I was like, when I would be their backup, I tell them on it, like, I'd rather go get your patients instead of translate. So your doctor needs translation, you go in, and I'll check your patients. They're like, okay. And all the girls would be fine, all the girls, except for that lady. When I had to back up for her, I was only a backup for her one time, Jacob. And you already have a Miranda claim on. Just kidding. Comment down below where you know that quote is from. So yeah, I was only backup for her once, dude. And honestly, the little medical assistant said, if you're a backup, you're only supposed to be translating. You're only supposed to, if the doctor needs something and you're there and the other girl's not there, you go ahead and tell him like, hey, I'm her backup today, what you need. And like, if she needs assistance, go for it, and that's it. But you could be doing your own work. And I was like, okay, that's fine. So when it came that day that I had to back up for that fucking skanky ass hoe, she was like, literally, she was the fucking rudest ass freaking girl ever. She wouldn't do nothing. Like, I was doing my stuff for my doctor, and then like when it came that she had like 3, the one time that I wasn't looking at her fucking like patients coming in, this girl, she saw that she had 3, and she snapped her finger. She's like, ándale, no te tengo ahí para que estés sentadita, ayúdame. I was like, at that moment in the time, I was like, in my mind, it didn't cross to like be like negative with her. Like, I didn't say anything. So I was like, okay. I was like, oh, which patient do you want me to bring? Like, I'll help you out right now, and blah blah blah. And she's like, yeah. So that happened, and I was like, and later on in my day, I was like, does this bitch really fucking snapped at me? I was like, what the hell? So then I told Stacy, because honestly, every time I would have a problem with somebody, I would tell Stacy, because Stacy was the only one that literally didn't, like, she wouldn't tell nobody more that I thought. She didn't tell anybody. So that's when I was like, what the fuck? So yeah, with that lady, I would always have problems. She would always be snitching on me. She would always be saying that supposedly I wasn't doing my work, I didn't want to translate, blah blah blah. So that was one of the things that happened. So the next one would be drama. So if you're in a clinic and you're working in a medical clinic, I would advise you, 1, don't be part of any drama. Don't try to start any drama. Don't try to do anything. Like, just don't try to, like, be as far of the drama as girls, as far from them as you can be, honestly. Because once you get included, you're gonna get included the whole time. And that's what happened to me. Well, I didn't, like, honestly, when I'm with people working, I speak my mind. Like, no me quedo callada, y yo sí les digo cosas. And when something is wrong, I will tell you, like, girl, you're not supposed to do that. Or no, I'm not gonna help you, I'm not gonna do that. Why? Because I have stuff to do. And I feel that's what drama caused this, because I told them, like, no, I'm not gonna help you, or no, I can't, or something like that. And the problem was the drama. Honestly, the drama was, for me, I didn't get included with the drama. I was just like the ears, like, oh, I was being a chismosa, and I was like, oh, that really happened, like, what? But honestly, it gets to you, because then at the 3rd month, that's when everything started, honestly. Like, the 3rd and the 4th month were my most difficult months of working there. and it just got to me, and I was like, what the hell. So with the drama, I think it was my 3rd, 4th month, couple new girls came, and honestly 2 of the new girls were so nice. Like, I was teaching them how to do my stuff, because I needed the most help out of all of them. Well, I was one of the ones that I needed most help, so when I had to tell somebody to be a backup for me, they already knew. So the new girls were really nice. I would always have good talks with them and blah blah blah. But there was this one specific girl, she came out at last. Her, she was one of my enemies. So with her, I was I don't know what was the problem with her. Honestly, the problem with these 2 girls, like the last girl, I don't know, like she also snitched that supposedly I didn't help her, which that's not my fault. That's not my job to do all your job as a medical assistant. Like, I'm not gonna be doing all your stuff, so my stuff could not be there, like not be settled. Like, all the drama that I had with the girls is because supposedly I didn't help them, but it's because in reality they had to do their shit. They didn't want to do their job, and I'm not gonna be there. Like yeah, like the 3rd and the 4th one, it was like, I'm over it. Like, I'm not gonna be here and be their fucking niñerita just helping them the whole time. Like, I was over it, and I didn't like I didn't want to help them or anything. So that's why, like, I would be like, sorry, I'm busy, like I have to do my stuff, I can't help you. So then, besides the drama of supposedly not telling them, management was the other one. Management, honestly, is fucking bullshit with that company. I'm not gonna say the company because you never know, but that's honestly, that company is fucking bullshit. Hold on. That company sucks. They don't have communication at all. It's stupid, like, honestly. And like, it's so stupid, that company. Like, I freaking hate it. Management is sucked, honestly, because supposedly the lead medical assistant, honestly, she doesn't deserve her job. She doesn't. She's not supposed to be the lead medical assistant. The other one's supposed to be the supervising medical assistant, supposed to be the lead medical assistant. And there's the lead medical assistant at the last month, I was like over her. I was being fake, honestly, and I was like, because she would believe of other people. She would believe of the other girls that I wasn't doing the things that I was supposed to do. And when I would go tell her, like, honestly, I would be like, hey, let's call her Brenda. Hey, Brenda, I need help on these papers. Like, I don't know what to do. Like, this injection, I don't know, like, what do I do? Like, and Stacy's usually the one that I ask, but Stacy was like, hey, honestly, this is new to me. Go tell Brenda, because I don't know if Brenda knows. So I would always go tell her, and she would be like, oh, I can help you, figure it out yourself. Like, what kind of fucking lead medical assistant is that? Like, not helping you? Like, bitch, you're not doing nothing. You're just right there en su pinche teléfono, así nomás todo el pinche tiempo ahí conversating with the other girls. I was like, that's stupid. So yeah, I was over it because I didn't receive any help. Like, all the things that I was taught was because of the other girls, of the other medical assistant, of Stacy, and of this other girl. Let's just call her Garcia. Oh, this girl Garcia. Like, they were the only ones that were helping me. I was like, dude, what the hell? And like, throughout the months of working there, the drama, everything, the repeating the situation over and over and over again, like, always me being the bad person, being that supposedly I wasn't doing a job, yet I'm over here freaking grabbing my lunch early so I could be the cover for lunch. Oh my god, being the cover for lunch, I was mostly all the 4 months because of somebody. Because the lead medical assistant would be like, hey, since I would say yes, de pendeja, I was like, sure, because I was the only one that didn't have a kid. Everybody had a family, and I was the only one that didn't have a kid. So I was the only one that was like free in my lunchtime. And they're like, hey, we need you to go take a lunch at 11 so you could cover for us and lunch. And I was like, sure. So I would always say that fucking sucked ass because, dude, one day everybody went to lunch and I was the only one being the cover. Imagine you're one person and you have to cover for 2 doctors, and those 2 doctors had freaking 5 patients. So in total you have 10 patients, and you're like, what the fuck? And you can't have help or anything, and the doctors get frustrated. One of the doctors got frustrated. Well, not really. Both of the doctors, they were really nice. They were like, take your time, it's okay, the patients understand. And honestly, it got to me. At that day, I was this close in having a panic attack. Like right now that I'm about to fucking cry, but I don't want to cry. Like, I was this close on having a panic attack, and until the manager came, like the front manager came, she's like, hey, what's happening? There's still so many patients outside, like, what's the girls? And I told her, I was like, honestly, I'm the only one here and I can't do it by myself. Like, there's this doctor needing me to translate, there's this other doctor needing me to take the fucking ultrasound, like, I can. And she's like, what's happening, like, why? And I told her, I was like, the other girls, they left and I don't know what to do. Whew. I didn't want to start crying. I get frustrated with these things because months pass. I mean, not month. So a month from that incident passed, and throughout the whole month, the rest of the time that I was there, like, I don't know, like me, like, I wouldn't get my stuff, like, I would try my hardest to get my stuff done. What's the whole point if somebody else is gonna like blow it for you? I guess you could say, like, alguien más te la va a cagar, pretty much. That's what I'm trying to say. And it's so hard. Fuck.